Hi, everyone. So I'm making this quick kind of tutorial on how to fill out the science material need surveys. Uh, the purpose of these is to help figure out what consumables we used up this year so we know what to order, um, and then figure out what kind of materials we need that we didn't have access to this year for moving on with using science next year. Because we know that the all-inclusive boxes were not all that all-inclusive, so we need to figure out what materials to order so that way next year we can get a little bit more into the science than we were able to do this year. So you have a grade specific survey to fill out. This will kind of help with the planning for next year. The goal is to have this filled out before your looping meeting next week, and I'll go ahead and provide you back the spreadsheet with this along with all the hands-on materials, just that way you guys can have that kind of dialogue and planning for next year. So first thing, enter your name. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so next, this is kind of a menu that's going to take you to the hands-on units for each section. I know that not everyone, or I don't think anyone actually hit all of the units within their science. I think the goal was to hit 3 units. So my team actually only hit 2 units because of some other science stuff that kind of came up. So what you'll do is you'll pick the first unit that you did. So let's say if you skipped unit 1, you can hit unit 2, but if you did unit 1, you can hit unit 1. Right, so you're going to hit next. And then this is going to take you to this menu, which is the same list of hands-on materials for both rounds. What you'll do is you'll go through and just check for this first box, what were those hands-on activities that you did? If you don't remember, you can pull up the Discovery Ed site and go back and forth to kind of figure out which ones you were able to do. And then the next one, what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to pick the activities that you would have done if you had the materials. And then that will help, again, in that planning process for next year. Then once you've made your choice, you'll hit next, and it'll bring you back to that menu. So again, my group did 2 units, but let's say you were able to do unit 1, 2, and 3. You'd start with unit 1, fill that out, go to unit 2, and then go to unit 3. We'll say unit 2 and unit 4. So I'm going to go to unit 4 next. Okay, and again, I'm going to pick the activities that we were able to do, and then go ahead and pick which ones we would have done if we had the materials for it. Okay, and hit next, and then coming back to this, I filled out all of the units that we had materials for. Now I'm going to hit done, and that's going to take me to the last panel, which is just these 2 questions. So this is specifically looking at what materials or equipment did you need that you weren't provided with. So this is more grand schemed stuff, not specific to any one assignment or material. But for example, we didn't have any rubberized lab aprons, which is kind of a safety thing that we kind of needed. We also had a class set of goggles, but more goggles would be useful for completing everything. And then the last thing, what other thoughts you have on how to improve science, right? So you've now gone through this, your looping team's going to go back through. So what information can you provide to your looping team and provide to the kind of the rest of the school about Discovery? Kind of beyond the fact of, or beyond the scope of just don't like Discovery, right? A lot of us are kind of having kind of the trouble kind of getting into it, but any more specific kind of things that you can think of on ways that we can tweak it or change it, so that way it can be more functional next year. Thank you so much for your time. And again, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. And again, please try to have this filled out before the looping meeting next week, so that way I can get you this stuff back, and then we can start the process of ordering materials for next year. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day. Bye.